What's up guys, Shockwave640 here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Revenge of the Fallen Gears. And of course this is the Deluxe Classic Gears, which is a repaint of some other Decepticon. I don't really know who it is. I didn't look into it. This isn't my figure. My friend Steven is letting me borrow it. So very nice figure, very cool. I do quite like him a lot, and I am very thankful for Steven letting me borrow this figure. So, first, as always, we are going to do our size comparisons. So first up, we have Combiner Wars Ironhide. And you can see the drastic difference that they've gone through for the paint applications. I mean, this just looks so much cheaper than this thing, and they're about both $15, $16. So, kind of sad. Size-wise, they're about the same. Ironhide is a little bit shorter. Thickness, Ironhide is definitely thinner. So this is a bigger Deluxe in all aspects, basically, and just a lot better looking. I mean, they actually painted the tail lights and all that kind of stuff. So, kind of sucks, but that's pretty much what we're stuck with now. But, just getting in close in here and taking a look at the details. Very nice Autobot logo here with the gear surrounding it, which is, of course, an homage to his name, Gears. The G1 Gears didn't have any of the stuff, I do not believe. I don't even think the G1 Gears was gray. I think it was, like, red or something like that. I can't really remember. But, nice clear purple headlights, some black paint up here on the grill. You can see, well, it looks like it might be either the car logo or maybe an Autobot symbol should have been there. I don't really know. Nice purple windshields, and then for some reason blue ones, and then purple ones again. Like 2/3 of the taillights are painted, which is kind of weird. Some more gears and some like lightning bolts kind of going on right there. This is just gray plastic, but the rest of this is like this nice metallic gunmetal grayish color. Nice metallic brown paint here on the wheels, and the wheels are of course plastic. On the bottom you can see his legs here, and that's pretty much it in terms of what you can see in the robot. So yeah, very cool. I do quite like him. He can roll very, very well. I mean, I honestly like how well this rolls. I mean, nothing scrapes at all. You would think this junk here on the back of his legs would be scraping, but no, it doesn't scrape at all. But, so yeah, nothing much going on else except for these little windows here, and then he's got these gray bits which do play a part later on. And, of course, they're not painted silver, so it looks kind of weird compared to these two, but, oh well, what are you going to do? You can technically open up the back, except the full back doesn't open, and then it just starts looking weird. But if you wanted to display him with the back of the car open, you could pull that off, and it does look quite normal. So you could do that if you wanted to. Very cool. Very cool. I do quite like this figure. Now, the transformation is simple but satisfying. I do quite like the transformation. Now, what you want to do first to start the transformation is you want to come to these panels here, and you want to... No, that's not what you do first. Hang on, I'm trying to remember. I didn't get instructions with him, so I just kind of have to figure it out myself. What you want to do first is split this entire section, and when you do that, it'll loosen up these little panels right here. You see, they just tab in behind these sections, and then what you want to do is you're going to bring them out on his double hinge and fold them up against the back wheel. Just like so. You're going to bring them both up just like that. And now what you're going to do, just kind of raise these panels up to get them out of the way. You're going to split this, and you can see whenever you split this, one of the wheels are going to go to the back of him like this, and then all of this section that was like it was covering up his chest, that's all going to come out like so. You're just going to pop these shoulder pieces back like so. And now let's work on his arms. What you want to do is you want to bring the arm forward, and there you go. You've got his elbow joint right here, and you can also do other things with that, but we'll get into that in just a second. And then you can kind of fold that up a little bit if you wish, and there you have an arm all done. Same as on the other side. It's not much different. You just fold that up, do the same right there, and there you go. Now, to do his legs, you just split them. They just tab in multiple places right here. You're going to fold this piece of the car onto the back of his legs. This one does get stuck a little bit just because of this part right here with the port that goes all the way down, which is what older Transformers use. I still think they do use them, but it does get kind of caught here on the heel spur. Just a little bit of a faulty engineering problem there. But you just bring his legs down, you're going to flip his feet down, and then right in here, he's going to flip out his little heels. Flip out his heel, flip down his feet like so, and there you have his legs all done. So you just kind of get him to stand like so, and kind of adjust him a little bit. And then what you do last is you bring up this panel right here, you bring it back, and then you bring it back until you hear a click like so. It kind of feels like you're going to break it, but trust me, you're not going to. It's perfectly fine. This panel has no stress on it whatsoever, so there you go. Then just bring up his head, and there you have the Transformers Deluxe Revenge of the Fallen Gears, which is a very, very cool figure. So, we're just going to stand him right here, and we're going to do our size comparisons. So, of course, again, here he is with Ironhide, just because. My other size comparisons were for his robot mode. Springtrap, right there. Here is a sort of same character, Generations Swerve, which I do know they made him into a Gears mold, which is a slight remold of this, so Gears and Gears, I guess, even though this is Swerve. And then here we have him with my custom ConstructBots Power Master Optimus Prime is who I believe this was supposed to be. I can't really remember, made him quite a while back. So there you have him with that, if you wanted to see that for some odd reason. So standing him off to the side, now let's get in here and take a look at the details. First off is his head sculpt, which is definitely not accurate to Gears in any way, but still looks very cool, very knight-like. There is light piping, a very thin strip of it going across, so you don't really get any light piping whatsoever, and his eyes are just kind of like a... I think they're probably clear purple, but I can't really tell because you can't really see... Oh, yep, they're clear purple. You can see them right to the side. But, so yeah, nice orange paint right there on the mouth plate. Some orange paint here on the chest along with the silver. Yeah, black Autobot logo right there. I would have preferred if it was in the middle, but what are you going to do? Some nice black and some silver. So really nice details going on throughout. It's a nice brown here. Nice brown here on the forearms along with that blue and that red and the silver. And then the purple just kind of sets it all off and looks great. His legs are just red. It would have been nice if there was a little bit of other kind of colors there, but not really much going on. And then here on his shoulder blades, there is some dark red paint going on there. And his transformation, it's got pretty much a car just sticking out of his legs and his arms, but from the front he does look quite cool for a Bayformers Transformer. So, articulation is kind of limited. His head can only go that far to the side, so it doesn't really turn all that much, which is a bummer, and does not really go up or down. I mean, it can go down a little bit, but that's pretty much it. His head's really just static. His arms here are on a ball joint, so you can get some in and out movement here. You can move them up about that far, and then when you try to force it, that just pops his entire arm off. So that's pretty much all the movement you're going to get. You can use this transformation hinge right here, and you can position this shoulder pad how you want to. No bicep swivel, but he does have a hinge here for the elbow, and then he has his hinge here, so you can kind of sort of get it to bend at about 90 degrees, or you can just make it go perfectly straight for the transformation, even though this would be considered perfectly straight, like that, just because the way his arm is. You can open up this panel right here, and you can open up his hands. These two fingers are molded together, and so are these two fingers, so you can do some stuff with that. It does kind of look weird, but what are you going to do? So there you have that. Another thing you can do with his forearms, there's this little trigger right here, and you can pull it out, and yeah, it's a rocket punch that he has. You literally just pull this back, and it pushes the forearm up in this weird kind of pointless rocket punch. I mean, it doesn't even punch that far, it just lets him punch past his windshield kind of motif he's got going on right there. So kind of pointless, a little bit on the lame side if you ask me, but that's the only weapon he has is a rocket punch, which the other version of him, the one that this is repainted of in the comics, that thing did a lot of damage, especially to Ironhide when he punched him in the chest. So yeah, it does do a lot apparently. He does have a waist swivel, which does completely go around and not hindered whatsoever. His hips are on a ball joint, so you can get them going way up high. They can go about that far backward before they start colliding with the things on his calves, his massive calf muscles. Not even 90 degrees of bend here at the knee. They did kind of cut it out here on the back of his thigh to kind of compensate for that. I mean, I guess you could, if you wanted to, you could bring this section down a little bit. Nope, you couldn't even get enough bend just because the way all this is shaped. So that's supposed to be the amount of bend he's going to get is right there. So kind of a bummer, but oh well, what are you going to do? And then his knees can go forward for some reason. And then he can move his feet up and down, and he can move his heels up and down as well. So he's not the most articulated thing in the entire world, but he is fairly cool looking when he's just kind of standing there. I do think he does look very imposing and very strong, but this honestly doesn't fit the character of Gears. I do love this color. I prefer it over the Decepticon that they had originally. These colors do look nice together. The silver and the blue and the orange and the dark red or maroon, I guess is what the color is. I honestly have no idea what that color is, but so yeah. Of course, the next time I review a figure, it is going to be the Energon Barricade figure, so there's not going to be a voting today, but so yeah, guys, this was the Transformers Revenge of the Fallen, so what was his name again? Gears, for some reason I just forgot his name. Very generously my friend Steven let me borrow. And again, if you are interested in donating to my channel, as in you send a figure, I review it, I am going to keep it, of course, and you get a shout out and your name permanently put down in the comments, and not the comment section, the description. I'm going brain dead, and my voice I am losing my voice. But, so yeah, if you are interested in that, just email me. My email is somewhere around my channel. You should be able to find it quite easily. But, yeah. So, guys, I am Shockwave640, and this was Gears, and I'll be seeing you later, my little Logicons. Thanks for watching. Peace.